All right, viewers, the latest is Aryan Khan will be spending another night in jail. The hearing in the Bombay High Court will now resume tomorrow at 2:45 p.m. This after the Bombay High Court adjourned the bail hearing. Former Attorney General of India, Mukul Rohatgi, who is now appearing for Aryan Khan in court, concluded his arguments by saying that there is no case against Aryan as there was no drug recovery or consumption. So questions of tampering evidence doesn't stand. Mukul Rohatgi also rejected the WhatsApp chat proof presented by NCB. He said that when there is no permit for seizure of phone, then what's the basis of these WhatsApp chats? Aryan Khan has now been in jail since October 8th.
There is no comment. Matter is being heard. It will be heard tomorrow now. That's all. Thank you.
Connect right now to our Mumbai Bureau Chief Sahil Joshi, who's joining me live for more. Sahil, Mukul Rohatgi coming in for Aryan Khan has pretty much turned the case completely. Will you give us details on what went down in court and now the hearing tomorrow at 2:30 p.m.?
Okay, there are 3 points, Preeti, on which Mukul Rohatgi actually emphasized specifically. The first point was about whether Aryan Khan was found with any drug substances or whether he was involved in any kind of a conspiracy. That is the first point which he targeted upon, and he tried to clarify to the court that how Aryan Khan, though he came with Arbaz Merchant and there is some narcotic substance, non-commercial quantity of 6 grams of charas found on Arbaz Merchant, he had no idea about it. That is the first thing he tried to clarify. So he was found with no possession. The second thing which he was trying to say is that NCB has tried to make a case that he is part of the conspiracy because section 29 for NDPS has been put on the case itself. So he tried to raise the question that where is the meeting? To have a certain conspiracy, there needs to be a meeting held before going to the cruise. He tried to put the chart of who knew whom, and he tried to say that Aryan Khan knew only 2 people. The first one is Arbaz Merchant, of course, his childhood friend, and along with him he reached to the cruise terminal. He did not even enter the cruise. And the second person is Archit, with whom he was, his chats were found doing online game. He was involved in an online poker game with Archit, and that's how he knew only 2 people. How can he be part of a conspiracy in which 20 people have been arrested? And most importantly, according to me, is the Narcotics Control Bureau's reply today filed in the court mentions the revelation made by Prabhakar Sail, one of the witnesses in the case, who gave interview to India Today, and specifically alleged that how 18 crore rupees were trying to extract from Shah Rukh Khan by one of the witness, independent witness called KP Gosavi. On that thing, looking at that, Narcotics Control Bureau was trying to tell the court, as per the reply, that how the witnesses are being targeted and how Pooja Dadlani was sort of involved in this, according to the affidavit. So they tried to say that this is the first reaction came from actually Shah Rukh Khan and Aryan Khan, that they have nothing to do with this allegation. They don't know what kind of allegation is this, and it seems to be a fight between Narcotics Control Bureau and Nawab Malik. They are not involved in it. They are not going to make any allegation on NCB, so they want to be kept away from that. That is what is the argument which Mukul Rohatgi has tried to make in front of the court, and he said that there is no section 27A in this case, so giving bail will not affect that the accused is going to go out and do the same kind of a business because 27A has not been applied on the case as well as not on the Aryan Khan as well. So now tomorrow the arguments will continue. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the Bombay High Court tomorrow.
All right, appreciate you joining us, Sahil. We'll come back to you for more updates. Meanwhile, let's get you the latest, because today, also strangely, what came about were chats between Aryan Khan and, on the other hand, chats between Aryan Khan and Ananya Pandey. Take a look.
Ananya, where is the weed?
I will get weed tomorrow. Now that I'm in the business.
We'll take weed from you in secret. Let's do cocaine tomorrow. I am getting you guys fixed by the NCB.
Excerpts from the explosive Aryan Ananya drug chats. never seen before damning WhatsApp conversation. India Today is the only channel with the incriminating finding that may alter the Aryan Khan drug case on its head. The incriminating chats, also involving several other star kids and friends of Aryan, took place in a group where Shah Rukh Khan's son is the admin. The chats named two others, Manav and Bilal. In this chat with Ananya Pandey in June 2019, Aryan is seen seeking weed from Ananya Pandey. She replies saying, "Weed is in much demand." Aryan then tells Ananya that he will take it from her secretly. Ananya adds, saying, "Now that I am in the business." In the same chat, Aryan is seen again reminding Ananya about the weed, asking if she is getting it. To which Ananya replies, "Yes, I am getting it." In this group chat, as recently as last April, Aryan Khan told his friend Bilal and Manav, "Let's do cocaine tomorrow." It was followed by Aryan jokingly telling his friends, "I will get you fixed by NCB." The words ironically boomeranged on Aryan in months, who was himself arrested by NCB on 3rd of October. The chats also reveal Aryan's possible link with drug peddlers. It shows Aryan may have bought weed in bulk worth Rs 80,000 from Achit Kumar, an alleged drug peddler arrested on the basis of Aryan Khan's statement.
These WhatsApp chats are the basis for Aryan Khan's arrest by the Narcotics Control Bureau. Other than Ananya Pandey, there are 3 more star kids whose names have come to light from these WhatsApp chats. In days to come, these star kids might be grilled by the Narcotics Control Bureau. With Arvind Ojha, this is Divyesh Singh in Mumbai for India Today.
All right, the NCB now is also putting the spotlight on Shah Rukh Khan's manager, Pooja Dadlani.
Witnesses are being influenced. The investigation is being hampered. Shah Rukh's team is meddling with the probe. This is the charge the Narcotics Control Bureau has leveled in its affidavit in the High Court while opposing Aryan Khan's bail plea. The NCB, for the first time in its written statement to the court, has named Shah Rukh Khan's Woman Friday his manager, Pooja Dadlani. Pooja Dadlani had been spotted at every court hearing and at Mannat, Shah Rukh Khan's home, time and again since Aryan Khan's arrest. And the NCB alleges that she's been busy influencing witnesses. Here's what the Narcotics Control Bureau affidavit states. Quote, Pooja Dadlani appears to have influenced Punch witness when the investigation is ongoing. Such interference at the stage of investigation is a mala fide attempt to ensure that the same is derailed and the question of truth is obstructed, unquote. The NCB's sensational claim comes after witness Prabhakar Sail had named Pooja Dadlani, claiming Narcotics Control Bureau agents had sought a bribe via Shah Rukh's manager.
आपने कितने नजदीक से देखा पूजा ददलानी को?
5 फीट की दूरी पे।
अच्छा, एकदम सामने देखा। किसके साथ बात कर रही थी वो?
किरण गोसावी, सैम और ये 3 जन आपस में बात कर रहे थे। मंत्रालय
कैसे की बातचीत हो रही थी?
शायद वही हो रहा था, नहीं तो वो क्यों आती थी वहां पर?
Kiran Gosavi, the witness who infamously took that selfie with Aryan Khan and who India Today tracked down, has denied the allegations.
नहीं सर, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है।
तो प्रभाकर ये इल्जाम आप पर क्यों लगा रहे हैं?
उसने मेरे से मतलब इनडायरेक्टली बोला था कि मुझे पैसा दो, नहीं तो मैं फिर पंचनामे पे जो साइन किया है उसके बारे में मैं कुछ बोल दूंगा। मैं बोला जो बोलना है वो बोलो, बाकी चीजें कोर्ट में देखी जाएगी।
In the midst of all the back and forth in the drug case, the NCB has now dragged in SRK's manager in the case as well. Pooja Dadlani has been Shah Rukh Khan's go-to person for years now. And there has been stoic silence from Dadlani on all the allegations against her.
While the NCB's strongest argument against Aryan's bail is the influencing of crucial witnesses, the narco agency has also put forth several other reasons in their detailed affidavit on exactly why Aryan Khan should remain at Arthur Road Jail, even beyond the 19 days he has spent there. The NCB maintains that Aryan was in touch with several international drug peddlers, something that needs to be probed further. The agency has also reiterated that there is evidence that Aryan procured, transported and consumed narcotics. The NCB has also highlighted what it calls Aryan's link to the other accused, particularly friend Arbaz Merchant. The Narcotics Control Bureau is under fire over allegations of extortion and has now hit back with grave charges of Shah Rukh Khan's team attempting to hamper the drug investigation. In such circumstances, will the Bombay High Court grant Aryan Khan bail or rule in the Narcotics Control Bureau's favour? With Kamlesh Sutar, Saurav Vakhtania and Divyesh Singh in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, let's quickly cut across to the latest news break that is coming in. Now, the NCB itself has set up a 5-member panel to investigate the probe in the Wankhede extortion charge. NCB's 5-member team is to leave for Mumbai tomorrow to probe extortion charges against Zonal Director Samir Wankhede. The team will be headed by DDG Gyaneshwar Singh. Remember, Wankhede faces NCB's vigilance investigation over bribery allegations, which was made by one of the key witnesses in this very case. All right, viewers, let's shift focus right now to the explosive interview by Satpal Malik, Governor Satpal Malik of Meghalaya. And he spoke to our consulting editor Rajdeep Sardesai and in turn pointing a finger at the sitting Chief Minister of Goa. Listen in.
There was corruption in Goa government in handling of anything, everything.
An unprecedented attack by a constitutional head. The aftershocks of the explosive charge by former Goa governor and current Meghalaya governor Satyapal Malik have jolted Goa, a state that goes to polls in less than 6 months. In an exclusive interview with India Today, the governor said he was removed from his post after he raised charges of corruption against the state government headed by Pramod Sawant.
There was corruption in Goa government in handling of anything, everything. करप्शन पे मुझे गुस्सा आता है, बुरा लगता है. मैंने प्रधानमंत्री जी को बताया. इन्होंने उन्हीं लोगों से पूछ लिया जो इसमें इन्वॉल्व थे. जी. तो वो तो कहेंगे नहीं कि हम ये कर रहे हैं. बट मुझे पता था कि ये है. Once again, good afternoon.
The opposition is up in arms. From the principal rivals, Congress, to new entrants, Trinamool Congress and Aam Aadmi Party. All are making the same demand. Sack Chief Minister Pramod Sawant.
We demand immediately a white paper regarding purchases, regarding the expenditure during COVID-19.
Mr. Pramod Sawant, if he has got any iota of self-respect, morality in him left, he should immediately quit.
प्रधानमंत्री जी ने नारा दिया था, ना खाऊंगा ना खाने दूंगा. यहाँ तो प्रधानमंत्री जी खिला भी दे रहे हैं और खाने भी दे रहे हैं, इजाजत भी दे रहे हैं उनको. और अगर इजाजत नहीं दी तो इसी समय गोवा के मुख्यमंत्री को बर्खास्त करें, एक न्यायिक जांच इसमें कराएं. ये आम आदमी पार्टी मांग करती है.
The Congress has questioned Prime Minister Narendra Modi's silence on alleged corruption in Goa.
We want to ask Prime Minister that if the Honorable Governor had informed you that there is a rampant corruption going on in Goa, why he is silent?
The Goan youth is unemployed.
The Trinamool and the Goa Forward Party handed over separate memorandums to the Goa governor seeking dismissal of the government.
Government should come out with a white paper mentioning and answering all those questions, and on moral grounds the Chief Minister should resign. It is the right of the people of Goa to know that after such serious allegations of corruption, why why they should not be able to, know what the real facts are.
इन सब से ये सीखा है.
The BJP has officially rejected all the claims made by Governor Satyapal Malik. The ruling party is questioning him for speaking out more than a year after his transfer out of Goa.
He should have informed to the Home Minister. और इधर से जाके उनको 1 बरस हो गया, सो अभी उनको पता चला क्या करप्शन के बारे में. This is out of frustration, ऐसे मेरे को लगता है. This is all frustration.
Former governor has made serious allegations against the government and your ministry. What do you have to say about that?
While the party is putting up a brave front, it is evident that the governor's attacks have caught the state government off guard.
And he's a sitting governor of another state.
My governor of my state.
All the opposition parties in Goa have met the governor and are demanding that the chief minister tender his resignation and an inquiry be initiated. So all this is happening and the chief minister still remains tight-lipped. This at a time when the elections are just around the corner, and this issue could seriously put the BJP on the back foot. With video journalist Shivmurthy Gurmat, Nolan Pinto for India Today in Goa.
All right, viewers, with that, I'm going to go into a quick commercial break. Do stay tuned. Up next is our Fact Check segment. Welcome back. You're watching our Fact Check segment where we bust certain claims masquerading to be facts on social media platforms and WhatsApp groups. There's a claim floating about suggesting that there are multiple Twitter accounts of NCB Zonal Director Samir Wankhede. The fact check on that, viewers, Twitter handles impersonating Wankhede. He's not on the social media platform Twitter. With that quick fact check, time for us to go into a quick break. You do stay with me. On the other side is To The Point.